Hey guys, my name is Nora Franche, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessedness Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. All right, you guys, this is going to be really fun. We're reading from Daily Reflections, page 209, the reading for July 19th, and the title, my friends, is False Pride. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Many of us who had thought ourselves religious awoke to the limitations of this attitude. Refusing to place God first, we had deprived ourselves of his help. AA 12 and 12, page 75. Is that not the bluntness of the AA literature? Here we go. Many false notions operate in false pride. The need for direction to live a decent life is satisfied by the hope experienced in the AA fellowship. Those who have walked the way for years, a day at a time, say that a God-centered life has limitless possibilities for personal growth. This being so, much hope is transmitted to the elder AAs. I thank my higher power for letting me know that he works through other people, and I thank him for our trusted servants in the fellowship who aid new members to reject their false ideals and to adopt those which lead to a life of compassion and trust. The elders in AA challenge the newcomers to come to so that they can come to believe. I ask my higher power to help my unbelief. Yeah, like I believe program can work for me, help my unbelief. I believe in a higher power, help my unbelief, heal my God image issues. So this idea of false pride, and I was hoping they'd get a little bit more into that, but I think what they're getting at here is saying that we have these false ideas of how things should be or how I should be, maybe that I shouldn't need help or that I shouldn't have this problem or being too proud to ask for help. And AA is asking you to come to grips with reality so that you can unlock the door to the happy, joyous, free, this way of life, trudging the road to happy destiny, coming to believe. And I think it's this false pride too that feeds into our, I was going to say disability to be honest, but that incapacity to be honest with ourselves that the big book talks about. And it starts with false pride. It starts with I think behind false pride of this sense of like, I got this, I got it figured out, I don't need you, thank you very much. I think that's what they're referring to as false pride here, is this idea that I need to have it all figured out. But in doing that, we are making ourselves top tier in our life. We are making our own conclusions the highest wisdom that we have. And that means that we're not placing God first. If we don't have the humility to admit that we don't have all the answers, then there's no room for a higher power who like they said here, there are limitless possibilities with him. Like there's so many possibilities of limitless personal growth when we put our higher power at the top in the hierarchy of our life. And I like how it says here, when we don't do that, we're depriving ourselves of his help. It's not that we have to suffer the humiliation of being second. It's that we have to gift ourselves the opportunity to be like gushed and loved on by putting him first. So I think there's a lot of like spiritual elements of this, which may be a little bit more complex and confusing. And honestly, it's something that's hard to teach. It's more so something that you just have to experience yourself, that lived experience. But I think false pride or pride, I mean, what's wrong? Let's just call it pride, is the limiting block to progression in the steps. And we've said before that the primary principle of every single step is humility. And it's knowing who you are, and it's also knowing who you are not. And you are not the creator of the universe. You are not a higher power. You are not God. And that is the entirety of the crux of the spiritual solution in the 12 steps, is being able to say that there is a God and I am not it. And learning to find him in other people and to ask for help by going directly to him, to the source. So anyway, I hope that landed. If not, give me your feedback, as always. You can go on the Facebook page or you can email me directly at my website, catholicmindsetcoaching.com. And I hope to hear from more of you. I think this would just be, it would be really helpful actually to start to get some feedback about what people are interested in hearing about, because I have this idea that I could start even like an extra like private podcast of more specific topics that people might be interested in learning about and growing in. So if that interests you at all, reach out to me. And if not, I hope you continue to listen to the podcast and I hope it blesses you. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. But more than that, it's important to me to give listeners like yourself a place where you do not need to feel alone on your 12-step journey. And for that reason, I've created a Facebook group. It's called Grateful Blessed Mess. And it's a place where listeners can go to add their own commentary on the share for the day, in addition to my own, and for us just to have a conversation or start a back and forth where people can find support in their 12-step journey. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.